Question: did your school teacher ever permit your class to get a jump start on your homework? I'm wondering about that. What? Let's talk about this and a little bit more than that. Back in a minute. Good morning. Good morning. This is Jan from New York City, channel name Jan from New York City Saves Money. I truly love helping people keep some more of their own hard earned money. Could that be you? Do you remember being a youngster and every once in a while having a very benevolent teacher giving you a little bit of a sneaky head start to doing your homework? Well, that's what I did. I don't know if you know this, but I was a former school teacher, having taught grades 3 and 6 in New York City back in the day. Listen, if we got all of our lessons done and completed our task, and there might have been about 10 to 15 minutes before the dismissal bell rang, instead of having kids chaotically sitting, wasting their time, whatever, what I would do is offer them the opportunity to take a jump start, a head start on their homework. Could I tell you? They were so busy and so happy to do that. They were like, yes, yes, yes. They couldn't wait to take out their books and begin their homework. That even when the dismissal bell rang, some of the kids went, oh, but you know what? They took a great attitude on taking what? A jump start. Now, last week, okay, I record my shows a week ahead to ensure that you have a show. So I'm recording this show last Monday morning, but you're hearing it on the Monday morning that you're hearing it on. Okay, there you go. But on this actual day in real time, I had another video up about low income saving strategies. And one of my viewers mentioned that they utilized their stockpile to help a couple of people in his neighborhood, rather, neighbors or whatever, that couldn't find certain grocery items, excuse me, please, that he had. So he had those grocery items and he was able to help them out. And then, of course, I thought that was very sweet and very nice. That person was a jump ahead of the game. That person had availability. But a reminder, if anyone does anything like that, which is a sweet, wonderful, kind thing to do, then please, by all means, make sure you replace that item, because you don't want the day to come that you go into your own stockpile and you're like, huh? So I understand too that that viewer felt like he had a little bit of a grocery store going on, which is a nice feeling, which is something that you want to do. You see, it's all about attitude. Okay, it's all about that attitude. The kids who normally, some kids are like, ugh, homework, but actually mentioning to the kids, well, wait a minute, I'm going to give you 15 minutes head start right here, right now on your homework until the dismissal bell rings. They were like, yes, yes, yes. So they were totally happy to begin their homework. Okay. It was attitude. What is your attitude about savings? Do you feel as if like you're constrained or restrained, or do you feel as if you're taking a head start, a preparation, a little bit of security? All of this matters. All of this matters, how we approach things. Okay. For example, the viewer that was prepared with his stockpile, and he helped out some people that for whatever the reason, they could not find an item, or they couldn't get to the grocery store and get this item or whatever. And he helped out those people. Attitude and planning. If you take a joyful approach to saving instead of looking at it as, I'm being deprived, I have to take this out of my money and I have to just put it away, boring. Instead of looking at it like that, look at it like, wow, I feel really good to know that should something come up, I have that cushion there. Really, attitude is half the battle won. I truly, truly believe that. What can you do today to maybe feel a little better, excuse me, please, about taking that jump start? What could you do today? How about thinking about the other times in your life that you might have taken a jump start, a little bit of preparedness to doing something that maybe you didn't really like to do too much of, but you took a jump start, you put your little bit of a toe in the water, so to speak. But eventually you realize, hey, this thing or whatever is not a monstrosity. It's not the worst thing on planet Earth, but you took on a good attitude. And because of your attitude, you literally became a jump ahead of the game. That's the way I believe in my heart of hearts that people can and should approach savings, even if they've never saved before. Some people look at the final end goal number and they're like, oh, they feel it's insurmountable. Don't worry about the end goal number. Concern yourself with the activity of the moment of right now. For example, if you want to start from the beginning, and all of us, by the way, start from the beginning, we don't start from the middle. We certainly don't start from the end. Although sometimes people reverse engineer things, and I get that. I get that. But let's dial it back to the beginning. Say to yourself, on this Monday, on this brand new work weekday, I'm going to be extra, extra mindful. I'm going to look out for those sales. Or I'm going to not spend this week because I'm going to, with a jumpstart attitude, with a grateful heart and a light heart about it, because you're only concerned about that day. Don't think too far down the road, because sometimes that gets people, like, in their own heart of hearts, annoyed. Think of the moment of right now. And if you continuously take, for example, Monday morning, the moment of now, you took care of that day. Then the next day rolls on. Hey, what can I do to save on this day? It's a brand new day. And you're only worried about what? That day. You're not worried about 10 years from now. You're not worried about 6 months from now. You're only concerned if that's what rolls better for you, then that's the route to take. But guess what? See, here's the beautiful part, okay? All those little days, you see, you don't realize it because you're not feeling the pinch. All those little days of looking out for little ways to cut corners here and there, or perhaps earn some money through a side hustle or a gig or whatever. Or you get gifted unexpectedly and you do some smart things with the gift and not just blow it off on stupid stuff, okay? And do the right thing. This is the way I think anyway. If you have the right attitude and right approach, every single day, it slowly but surely accumulates. Okay. Sometimes people cannot look at the great big picture. Sometimes the great big picture of something is very overwhelming. Let me ask you a question. If you were told, or asked rather, to clean an entire closet, a really sloppy closet, in only a half hour, I mean, like really sloppy, wouldn't you scratch your head and feel overwhelmed? But if someone suggested to you that, can you please clean out this closet and give yourself 3 days to do it, doesn't that seem more realistic? So take it to heart, take the jump start, work at the pace that works comfortably to you. Do not get overwhelmed, but rest assured, every single day, well saved, well lived, and well thought of, with a mindful, grateful heart, and a jump start happy, like the kids were happy to get their homework started a few minutes early. Those few minutes put such smiles on their faces. Why can't we think the same way? Why can't we be lighthearted and take advantage and be happy about taking that jump start, that little bit of a leap of faith? We do not have to take the whole big picture. Just concern yourself with the savings that you're going to make intentionally and mindfully on that day. Wow. Thank you so much for being here. And I really do appreciate everybody's time. And don't forget to do the following. An amazing, fantastic day. Take good care of yourself and your family.